County Commissioners for Pinellas in 2000. She previously served on
Thank you, Dina, and excuse me, thank all of you for being here today. This is a very good time today to speak with you about the 3.5 years that I have spent going to the PSTA.
County Commissioners for Pinellas in 2000. She previously served for 2 terms as a member of the Pinellas County School Board, being first elected in 1992 through re-election of 1996. Commissioner Latvalla is a 31-year resident of Pinellas County and has been actively involved in the business community, having been a real estate broker, owner of a property management company, and later as a participant in a family business. She attended Western Kentucky University and Spencerian Business College. Our second speaker is Barb Haselden. Barbara is a local 25-year business owner who has become active in issues with her focus on fiscal responsibility by government at all levels. For nearly 3.5 years, she attended the Suncoast Pinellas Transportation Authority meetings, and she's here to share what she has learned about PSTA and about the sales tax referendum. She is the campaign manager and spokesman for NoTaxForTracks, the large group of Pinellas County who opposed the Greenlight Pinellas sales tax increase that will be on a referendum from PSTA that will be on the ballot in November. We welcome both speakers. They will speak up to 15 minutes each, and at the end of their presentations, there will be a question and answer session, and you can ask either speaker or direct your question to either speaker. Thank you. The person that will be going first is our Commissioner, Susan Latvalla.
Thank you, Dina, and excuse me, thank all of you for being here today. This is a very, very important issue, and I'm glad that you're interested in learning about it. Before I begin, I want to just take a moment of personal privilege and thank you for your support all the last 22 years that I've been in office. It has been an honor and a privilege to represent the citizens of Pinellas County, and you were always there supporting me, and I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you. Now to the topic of the day. The Greenlight Pinellas referendum is about more than buses and trains. This initiative is really about what future is in store for Pinellas County, for you, for your children, and for your grandchildren. As a Pinellas County Commissioner, my job is to help plan for our future, to make long-range decisions that will help impact life long after I've left office, which is pretty soon now, that will ensure opportunity for everyone and a quality of life we expect for the taxes that we currently pay. Now, you may no longer be concerned about a job for yourself, but we all need to be concerned about jobs in our county, and not just any kind of job. Low-paying jobs won't lead to the kind of tax revenues we need to run a county of this size. Did any of you read Robert Trudeau's article in the Times on Monday? It was about Bay Area wages. Here's a startling statistic, the kind that keeps Pinellas County Commissioners awake at night. Among 334 larger counties in our nation, Pinellas County registered the biggest annual decline in weekly wages, down 4.3% to $802 from September of 2012 to September of 2013. So says the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and that's their most recent data that they have. But here's how that is summed up. When more people earn less, they spend less, and it becomes a vicious cycle. So while we may be seeing more job openings in the Tampa Bay area, we're seeing fewer mid and high wage jobs. Make no mistake, this is a serious problem for everyone in this room. It affects your futures. Pinellas County doesn't have any room to grow. We're built out. We can't grow ourselves out of this problem. We must redevelop what we have to to attract industries that pay high wages. If not for you and me, we need to do this for future generations, our children, so they have an opportunity to stay here and raise their families as we did. So what does this have to do with Pinellas Greenlight? Before I get into that, how many of you have ever ridden a PSTA bus? A couple. How many of you think you will ride a bus or a light rail train if the referendum passes? What I expected. We'll see if you change your mind by the time I'm finished. So what does that have to do with Pinellas Greenlight? More than most people realize, and that's what I want to share with you today. You see, it's not about buses and trains. It's about redeveloping properties that are underperforming their potential. That means they pay less taxes than they could if that property was at its highest and best use. It's about quality redevelopment near bus rapid transit lines and light rail stations. They call it transit-oriented development. These areas are attractive to millennials. Those are people much younger than any of us, but that's what they're looking for. That's the kind of place that they want to live. St. Petersburg is a good example, and young people are flocking to that area because the transit system is a little better there. Still not adequate for a metropolitan area like that, but there's jobs and housing and entertainment all within a walkable community. But if all that seems like too much bird in the bush, then let me offer you one in the hand. Greenlight Pinellas is about reducing your taxes. Probably haven't heard that before, have you? Anybody heard that statement before? One? You see, what many people miss is that while passage of the referendum will mean a 1 cent increase in sales tax, it will also mean the elimination of the line item on your tax bill, property tax bill from Pinellas Suncoast Transit Authority. You may have not even noticed that it was there, because there's about 8 or 10 items on your property tax bill. But I'll be more specific. The 2010 median housing value in Belleair was $395,400. The 2010 median household income was $77,593. You paid PSTA, if that was the value of your home, $252.31. The 2010 sales tax estimates paid, with 2 exemptions for food and medicine, was $142.67. What all these numbers add up to is an average savings of $109.64 for that family. Of course, actual mileage may vary. Every household is different. Every home value is different. We all buy different things. If this was in effect last year, I wouldn't have saved anything because I bought a lot of new furniture. I'm not going to do that this year, and I won't be buying suits and high heels anymore, so I'll be saving some money there on sales tax. But how is this magic possible, you may be asking? You thank one industry in Pinellas County that we continue to be blessed with. That's our tourism. Every year, tourists and seasonal visitors continue to pay 1/3 of the sales tax that you and I would otherwise have to pay through some tax for the services that we get in Pinellas County. I know you recall every time the Penny for Pinellas referendum is on the ballot, that's one of the big selling points. 1/3 of it, 1/3 of the roads, 1/3 of the bridges, all of that wonderful infrastructure that we've paid for with the Penny for Pinellas is paid by our tourists and local visitors. Quite a selling point. The Greenlight Pinellas referendum will ensure that tourists will pay their fair share of the infrastructure they use and play a critical role in the future of Pinellas County. We already have a lot of things going in our community. Our weather, our beaches, of course our friendly, welcoming residents. Improving public transportation will help make Pinellas County one of the most desirable places in the country to live and to work. We struggle today. The Pinellas County Economic Development Department works hard to try and attract big businesses here with high-wage jobs. We're not as successful as we would like to be. And one of the major reasons that we hear from these companies that they decide not to come here is because we don't have an adequate transportation system. Pinellas now has the opportunity to lead the way for the Bay Area into the 21st century, making it the first stop for new, innovative companies looking to move here or to expand here in our wonderful area. So let me summarize. I know you may never ride a bus or a light rail in Pinellas County, but you will surely benefit when Greenlight Pinellas passes. Nearly all of us will have a decrease in our property taxes that will offset the increase in our sales tax. We will be better positioned to redevelop parts of the county that sorely need to pay their fair share of the taxes, that we need to maintain our roads, our parks, our infrastructure, and all of the services that we rely on every day. We'll enjoy a greatly enhanced public transportation system that will help keep us from constantly having to widen our roads. You would be shocked at the dollars that are currently spent and will continue to be spent maintaining our roads. So don't be afraid of what this is costing. We'll become more attractive to the kinds of industries that pay higher wages, that will make it possible for our children and grandchildren to enjoy living and raising their families right here like we have. Please take the time to get to know Greenlight Pinellas. When you look at the bigger picture and the important part it plays, you'll see why it is so important that we all need to support this. Greenlight Pinellas has a website. It's greenlightpinellas.com. Everything you could possibly want to know that I didn't cover is in that. There are lots of questions and answers that other people have posted, and anything that we could think of. PSTA website also has good information on the plan, and I just encourage you to be informed. This is about the future of Pinellas County, and you get to have a vote in it. Thank you so much for having me here today.